right. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining the Revenue Optimists. We're a space where go-to-market and revenue operations folks can come together to learn from one another in order to grow their businesses. My name is Dave Nelson, and today I'm joined by not one, but two experts in revenue. Mark Turner, the VP of Revenue Operations at Demandbase, and Franklin Fredrik, the Senior Director of Business Systems and Sales Operations at Demandbase. Mark and Franklin, thanks so much for joining.
Thanks for having us.
Do you guys mind telling us a little bit more about yourselves?
Sure. So as you mentioned, I'm the VP of RevOps here at Demandbase, and we lead a team of about 17 folks, from analysts to systems to process and business partners. And over the last year, we've driven the team through a lot of change, and are continuing to change fairly successfully, I think.
Fantastic.
I'm Franklin. I'm part of Mark's organization. I lead two teams in this organization. One is the, actually already mentioned, the business applications team. So big applications, Salesforce and mostly NetSuite that we support and anything that hangs off of those two. And then a team of sales operations analysts who help us guide deals through, from start all the way to closing it off and handing over to finance.
Excellent. Yeah, that's incredible. So you're driving a lot of the systems across the entire business, all through the collective RevOps team. That's great. Actually, can you tell us a little bit more about Demandbase?
Demandbase, we are the leaders and a platform to support your ABM strategy. And the way it works is for us is you can start off with dipping your toe in. We have a platform that helps you with targeting accounts, targeting specific context at those accounts, and then grow it from there and advertise specifically to those contexts at these accounts. And back to our operations, if you want to make it even better, we also will help you make sure you have the right firmographics on your account data, you have the right context in your systems, and all of the infrastructures to make that work and be very effective and efficient in that. So, and all around, if you want to start off or if you are on a path with ABM, we can help you on that journey to become a very successful and operationally effective ABM company.
That's fantastic.
Anything else to add, Mark?
No, I think you covered it perfectly.
Artificial intelligence has been this massive transformation for everybody. How are you guys starting to leverage AI from a RevOps perspective? Is there any best practices you're putting in place or tools that you're starting to leverage to help improve efficiencies?
We see a lot of instances where sales reps tell us that, oh yeah, we know this, but if we go look at the data, we can't find it. So it's like very simple example is if we ask them, so can you fill out, what's the CRM that a system has, the CRM our customer has? Simple question. They have to fill out one pick list. Is it Microsoft? Was it HubSpot, Salesforce, whatever it is? Yeah, we go look. And in most of the cases, we never see the data filled out. Yeah, so we have this tool that we got where we just said, go listen to all of their calls, and if the customer tells us what CRM they have, go fill it out for us. Yeah, simple change like that. We started mentioning it, and lo and behold, you find I don't know what the number is. I can go look, but like a couple of hundred accounts now where we have the data, and it's not that the sales rep gave it, but the tool literally listened to all of their calls and started filling it out. So this is a little bit what trying to expand to see, what are all of the things that we can get. I mean, one of them that everybody's getting very giddy about now is just what we call churn risk. We have the tool listen for, does the customer mention anything about like non-renewal or churn? And we just throw it in a channel today and start putting it just in a text field in Salesforce, and people can just report on it, see what's mentioned, and start surfacing this data as it happened instead of having to wait for a sales rep to mention it in a conversation about oh, by the way, they mentioned this. Yeah. Nice. So when I look at, where I get excited about AI is not in the whole generative side, but it's more in the automation side. stuff that we ask our sales reps or our users to do, where these things happen, go fill out these fields. We know it's very hard for them to do, and this is one of the areas where we've noticed that this is where tooling can help us get more efficient, get more effective in the sense of surfacing data, and then throwing it out in the organization take use of it.
That's fantastic. Yeah, reps don't necessarily like and are certainly not the best at data entry, but it's also great to be able to give them that time back. I think there's all sorts of studies say like reps spend 70% of their time on non-sales activities. So to be able to give them back some time is fantastic, right? Get them doing what they're best at.
So a little bit of history. I'll also mention we use a tool called Momentum. I'm really big fan of them. It was literally a tool that helped us to move data between Salesforce and Slack. So literally, transaction happens and you just start slacking people with the information. But they added on the second part, which is their AI part. Start plug into Zoom, plug into Gong, listen to calls, and then surface information out of the call. You can just push it into Salesforce, or you can real time notify somebody in a Slack channel. So we're trying to do both of those.
Nice. So then pumping it into Slack so that people are notified real time. And is that, I'm guessing not just the reps, because the reps were on the call where it was said, but letting other people know as well?
Yeah, we do. So another channel we created, so we have the churn notifications. We have another channel which is like basically, what I call product deficiencies. When anybody who complains about our products, there's a channel that throws all of those little snippets of conversation in the channel, and we have all of our product team looking at that also.
Nice. That's great. Yeah, fantastic. Because I think the more quickly you can get out in front of any of that information, any of the risk of churn, the better. I love how you're using artificial intelligence for that too. Any other areas where you guys are using AI right now to help from a RevOps standpoint?
We are looking at our legal processes and starting to utilize where we can AI within our legal and contracts process.
Oh, interesting.
Having the AI kind of take the first pass, summarizing the agreement, making sure there's nothing that draws a red flag. And then if it does, the legal team can go in and dig in versus having them have to read 20, 25 pages of an agreement every single time to look for certain pieces.
Nice. And are you using a tool for that, or is it kind of plugging into ChatGPT and training?
No, definitely not ChatGPT yet. We use Ironclad, so Ironclad has released functionality that will help us there. So we're furthering our partnership with Ironclad.
Fantastic. Nice. Any others? Those are fantastic. Yeah, you're exactly right that most of the agreements are the exact same, except for a couple tweaks to indemnity and warranty and whatnot. But yeah, I'm sure that could be a huge help.
The other thing we're testing is a tool called Docket. And so Docket looks at our RFP history. It looks at our content that we put in our HighSpot instance. And it looks in key specific Slack channels where we discuss product, where historically reps or solutions engineers have asked questions and have had answers. Docket goes through all of these sources and summarizes and kind of becomes our product expert for Demandbase. And so solution engineers or sales reps can ask it questions in real time around the performance or other pieces of our product. And it comes back. And so you're, again, removing the need for a solution engineer to have this in their head, to have to respond in real time to a Slack channel. And you're using this all within a bot that is being maintained and has feedback provided by the experts that know the product the best.
Okay, that's what I was just going to ask is, AI is only as good as the data going in. How are you kind of training that, and what information are you using to bring that in? Because I can imagine that's a huge help for enabling teams and new people.
It is. The initial feedback is the solution engineers are loving it because they know that they have the most up-to-date answer. We have a test channel right now where the solutions engineers and a few key reps that really know our product as well as our product managers are in. And so they're looking at the response the bot is providing and thumbs upping or thumbs downing and providing feedback. Very, very few thumbs downs except for updated information that hasn't made it through to either our Slack channels or uploading into the tool yet.
Okay, nice. And sorry, was that tool HighSpot or was that something that plugs into HighSpot?
It's a tool that plugs into HighSpot. It's called Docket.
Docket. Okay.
It's been fun to start to think through these use cases and where can we bring in tools and scale out our humans.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's huge. Any hurdles that you guys have run into trying to integrate these AI tools into your tech stack, into your workflows, that sort of thing?
Well, so from my perspective, I think that so if I look at where the users think AI is versus where AI really is, I think that's kind of like the big one of the hurdle is one of the big pieces where they expect a lot from it, and a lot of it is more in the, it's like if we look at our users, so more sales marketing users, it's more in the generative AI space is where they, think the help is gonna come. Um, I think once like the example that Mark just had between, what legal does, what the SEs, what it does for the SEs today is it's more of in the, summarizing, finding data very quickly, taking over repetitive tasks. And so it's like in my mind, it's more on the automation side is where we're seeing a lot of success now. So that's the hurdle is more of to, temper some of the excitement around AI internally to say, where we're going to use it and where it's most effective right now, instead of like immediately running to, hey, this thing is going to write my emails, it's gonna, we're going to just let it loose to go look for something for us. Now it's more of the, you have all of your data. How do you get really efficient through, working through the huge amounts of data that we have every day now?
Absolutely. It's just opened so many more doors and ways to try and drive more efficiency, right? To be able to take away those repetitive tasks. Anything you guys are hoping to do in the futures that you'd like to see yourselves being able to do with AI?
Kind of like where it started for a lot, where we started seeing it like scoring and highlighting and, like bubble things up, it's like, AI is the what's it, your conscience? Like, should I focus on this account that AI tells you like, well, yeah, this is a good account, this is a bad account, or what's it? Once I bring up a contact, it's like it can start doing a lot of work for you to say like, where did this contact work? Does it still work with it? So you don't have to go and do all of that searching and looking for, and it's like literally it can knows what you're looking for to start doing things. So same thing for my team. I mean, we're doing a lot of manual steps to make sure that once the deal comes in that it's like aligned with all of these things. So we're talking one day, it's like, how can we use some automation that helps us, like document comes in and it has done all of these things for us already, even before they look at the document. So, excitement and, where I think it should go or where I would want to use it, that's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm also picturing a world where it's starting to augment some of our analysts and we're uploading data and asking it questions and it's responding with answers, and our analysts are able to spend more time on insights versus building reports and putting together disparate data sets.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. That would be a huge improvement on time spent. You can just be analyzing the results and making the data-driven decisions from it.